It was a chilly Saturday evening in December. The old house stood quietly at the end of a winding road, with ivy climbing its stone walls and a garden that smelled like jasmine and old memories. Inside, an elderly professor prepared his living room with care. Bookshelves lined the walls. A fire crackled gently in the fireplace, and on the center table, he placed an empty coffee pot, a kettle on the stove, and a tray full of cups. Some were elegant porcelain with golden rims, others were simple steel, a few with chipped mugs, and one has best writings written in faded letters. Tonight was special. For the first time in 15 years, his old students were coming back, now grown ups with jobs, kids, anxiety, and burnouts. The doorbell rang. One by one, they entered. Their laughter filled the room, but their eyes told a different story. Ramesh was now a corporate lawyer, constantly flying across the countries, missing his son's school plays. Chitra, a software engineer, was recovering from a panic attack just last week. Arav, once a dreamy poet, now worked in a finance firm and had not written any line in 10 years. Meera, the class topper, confessed she felt lost despite a six-figure salary. They hugged the professor and sat down. Then came the conversation. What began as light chit chat turned into a storm of complaints. I barely sleep, sir. My mind is always on deadlines. I thought I would be happy once I started earning well, but I'm not. Life is just running and I'm chasing it. I don't even know why I'm doing what I'm doing anymore. They looked at each other, realizing something. All of them were successful, yet none of them were at peace. The professor smiled. He walked quietly to the kitchen. He returned with a steaming pot of freshly brewed coffee and a tray full of cups. No two cups were the same. One was elegant and made of crystal, another looked like a clay pot. Some had chips, some were designer cups. He placed the tray on the table and simply said, "Help yourself to some coffee." Naturally, everyone reached for the best looking cups. No one chose the chipped ones. No one touched the plain steel tumbler. They sipped their coffee, trying to continue the conversation. But the professor gently raised his hand. "Did you notice something?" he said. "You all wanted the best looking cups, but what you really needed was just coffee. Still, your eyes were on the cups, not the coffee." Silence. He continued. "This is the problem with modern life. The coffee is your life, the real thing. Your job, status, money, car, house. These are just cups. And we keep focusing on how our cup looks, how others' cup look better, instead of just enjoying the coffee inside." His words hit them hard. He walked over to the window and said, "You were once the kids who laughed when it rained, who danced during exams without fear, who believed a good life was a book, a friend, and a hot tea. Now you have all the cups, but you have forgotten to taste the coffee." As he spoke, thunder was rumbling outside. Suddenly, the power went out. Darkness filled the room. In the silence, they could hear the rain beginning to pour outside. And then something magical happened. The professor lit a few candles. Everyone instinctively moved closer, sipping coffee slowly. For the first time, not rushing. No notifications, no pings, no emails. Just the sound of rain, the smell of coffee, and warm human silence. Chitra softly said, "I can't remember the last time I felt like this." Arav whispered, "I think I forgot what life tastes like." The conversation shifted. Now, no more complaints, just stories. Meera shared